Hello everyone, my name is Karen and I review perfumes. This is the Getting to Know Me tag. So I'm just gonna jump right in. The first question of the tag is, what is your favorite color and if you can wear it. I'm wearing green. That's my dog. He just slumped down there. Green is my favorite color, probably followed by blue. And I don't know, it just kind of fits my personality. It matches my skin tone. It makes me feel good. And it's my favorite color. Yeah. Also, I'm like, sorry about that. I'm sort of like of Irish descent, so green and the Irish kind of go together. But anyways, yeah, that's my favorite color. And show off your style. I don't know. I'm very, I'm kind of a plain girl. I'm not frilly or sequency or bows or any of that. I'm just kind of straight. And when I'm not doing this, I'm usually in jeans and a t-shirt or shorts and flip-flops. That's kind of my vibe. So the next question is, where are you from? Many of you know I'm from Ottawa, Canada. I've been here my whole life except for a year and a half when I lived in Jasper, Alberta in the mountains. I was working at a hotel there as a cook and I really enjoyed that. But Ottawa is my home. Ottawa is the capital of Canada. It's a government town, so it's fairly conservative. And, it's sometimes called the city that fun forgot because there isn't much of a nightlife. People that want to have a nightlife like go to Montreal or Toronto. That's kind of how it is. But I'm here and I love it. It's very hot in the summer and it's very cold and snowy in the winter. And I love both of those. So, what fragrances does my partner, my husband, love on me? The two that came to mind, he really loved Thank You Next by Ariana Grande. And he loved, I always have to look at the name because I forget, Elixir Carnal Gourmand Cocaine by Guerlain. It's a cocoa-y gourmand. It's absolutely delicious. And when I wore that, he was like, well, he bought it for me, but also when I wore it, he was like, wow, that's really nice. So that's one that he mentioned. I would say generally he just likes feminine, fruity, floral, pretty simple. Sorry about that. What is my favorite designer house? This was kind of hard because none of them really stood out. But when I thought about it, I'm going to go with Dior because I think I only have three. I have Miss Dior, the 2021 one. I have Miss Dior Rose and Roses, and I have Gris Dior. Now, that's only three, but they're all big hits for me. Like, I really, really like all of them. I am super excited. I think there's 5 new releases by Dior. There's like an exclusive line. So like the Gris Dior is part of the exclusive line, but there's new releases where they redid 5 of them. So the previous ones were done by the perfumer Damashi, who was the perfumer at the time of Dior, and these new ones are by Francis Kurkdjian. So yeah, I'm really interested to try those. But I mean, I like a lot of the designer houses, but that's one that sort of stood out to me. As for niche, that is also very hard. And I just kind of went with the numbers when I actually because I have a lot of perfumes, but by a lot of different houses. Like the only one that stood out as me having a lot was Zerjav. I have Quattro Pizzi, I have Dama Bianca, I have Herba Pura, and I have Renaissance 1861. So based on that alone, I would say that Zerjav is one of my favorite houses, niche houses, because I seem to have a lot of luck with their perfumes. Like they just vibe with me, they gel with my skin chemistry. So yeah, I quite enjoy them. Um, what is the, oh my God, how much would my current wish list cost? A lot. I don't know. I feel like my number was gonna be like 5,000, but honestly, it's probably 10,000. And like, I'm not gonna calculate it because it would just be embarrassing and like super indulgent. But like, if I bought the 5 new Dior's, they're like 600 and something each. So right away, that's 3,000. So like, you know. Anyways, it's all fantasy. So yes, $10,000, please. That's what I would like to have because why not? I don't know. What is okay, what are some micro influencers? And I really appreciate whoever started this tag with doing this because I'm a micro influencer and it made me realize that I really don't watch a lot of micro influencers. I watch what gets served up on my feed a lot, and often it's the biggest names in YouTube influencers. But I will name a few. So one of my faves, of course, is Tammy Roxanne from New Brunswick, Canada. She's super, super sweet and laid back, and she has such a nice perfume collection, and she has such a warm, inviting, and fun way of presenting. So I like to watch her, of course. There's another one called Pixie in the Notes, and she has a little pixie cut. And I bought an Ormond Jane Woman based on her talking about it. I remember she described it as like walking in a fairy tale ethereal forest with smelling the green and the flowers. It just sounded so lovely. Um, yeah, so she has more, I would say, kind of not mainstream taste, more eclectic taste, and I kind of like that. She's sort of doing her own thing. Um, just before this, I was watching one of her newer ones, and she said, "I fucking hate La Vie Belle," and I just almost laughed out loud because I have that same sentiment. But I just love the natural, reaction. It's a true response, and I love that. The other one I watched lately is Naturally Liz. She's from outside of Chicago, and she's a mom, and she just has a love of perfume, and you can tell it's really not based on anything more than an interest, a love to talk about the things she loves in her life, and she's very real, and I just sort of connect with her vibe. So those are the three that I came up with, but I appreciate that question because I'm going to make more of an attempt to seek out and watch more micro influencers because sometimes they have truer opinions because they're not boxed in by any commitments to anyone to say or do a certain thing. So the next question is, what release from 2024 have you really enjoyed or loved? And I went through the perfumes that I bought this year. There's a couple, and most of them are not from this year. So I was like, oh, that really narrows it down. But for sure, the top of the list is Quattro Pizzi by Xerjoff. It's a tuberose with green notes, and it's a little bit sweet. It's got a little bit of tobacco. It's got a little bit of hay. It's got coconut. I feel like there might be lime or something. It's very, very pretty. I like this one a lot. I love it actually. I love the bottle. And just this week or on the weekend, I got this one, which this is really funny. They actually kind of have almost the same opaque white bottle. This is Dear Sky by Alice Brooklyn, and I really like this one as well. They're not similar, but this is a fruity floral with green notes. There's a little bit of musk in it. I really like this one. Like I keep putting it on. I don't know. I have a lot of luck with Alice Brooklyn. Again, it just seems to work for me for my chemistry, for the notes I like, for the way I want to smell. Yeah, it's a really great house. I think they're also vegan and cruelty-free and natural, so that helps. The other one, I might as well mention it too. Miami Nectar by Alice Brooklyn, another gorgeous bottle. This one, yeah, it's like a coconutty floral, sort of like a suntanny thing. Very, very pretty with tropical fruit. Like this one a lot too. I think I like this one more though, honestly. I really, really like that one. I don't know, it reminds me of something and I'm not sure what it is. I'll have to think about that. Which influencers have you been influenced by? Wow. Many, all of them, everyone I watch. Too many. Chris from the Perfume Nest, I love her. I have bought things that she has suggested. I have gotten samples of things she suggested. She's just such a classy, pretty, elegant lady. She's very calming to watch. Amy Glam, I like watching her too. She's very entertaining, very calm, so beautiful. She has the most perfect makeup. Well, they all do, but all of them but me. But she's just so beautiful, and I don't know, she's just very real. I mean, I like watching Veronica Says. I also like watching Persolaise. I haven't heard anyone else that's done this tag talk about him, but he's in London and he does live reviews of perfumes, and he has been a journalist in the perfume world for many years. I think he was originally a school teacher or a high school teacher. He's very entertaining. He is so knowledgeable. His knowledge goes long way back, into the 90s and 80s of perfume. The history, he knows many of the players. He interviews perfumers, he interviews, artistic directors. He talks about ingredients, and he does some short things, but he does like long talks where he'll talk about 3 or 4 perfumes, and people will live chat with him as he's talking, and they come from all over the world, and he's just a wonder. So if you haven't watched him, check out Persolaise. Um, God, so many. You Smells Good. That's another one. He's funny. He also has released, I think, 3 perfumes out of his own line. He's from Toronto. I'll put his tag down below. And also probably Hayley Clow from Ireland. She is also, so elegant, and she has so many perfumes, and she describes them very, very well. She's got great taste in perfumes. Oh my God, I could go on and on and on. I just love watching perfume channels. What changes would I like to see in the perfume world? I don't know. Everyone is saying more honesty, more accountability, more grace. Obviously, those things are great. As we all know, perfume is an art, so opinions are biased. So we all have to give room for everyone's opinion, and accept that everyone's different and everyone likes different things. And that's what makes it interesting, right? It's like interpreting a piece of art. What you see in it or get out of it might be completely different, and that is what's exciting and interesting about it. I would say what I would like to see is, for me, I would just like to make more perfume friends. I like talking to them. I sell some of my used perfumes that didn't work for me, or I want to trade, whatever, on Facebook Marketplace. And last week, this woman bought a perfume from me, and she came to my house and she was like, "Can I smell something else, this other perfume?" And I said, "Sure." And we ended up sitting on my front step for like half an hour. I came out with like a whole bunch of perfumes, and I was like, "Have you tried this one? Have you tried that one?" And she was like, "Oh wow, and have you tried this? And what do you think of that?" And it was just so wonderful. And I was like, if you ever want to just go have coffee and talk perfume, like that would be wonderful. So that's what I like about the community, is really connecting people on an interest that we all have. So I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope you subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and have a wonderful day.